And now, unbiased and independent, here is your Manhattan Weekly Market Report with Noah and John from UrbanDigs. Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Monday, so you're going to get your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update. John, let's get right to it. I'm looking at Brooklyn supply. Looks like it's going down 3,421 things. Show me that chart.
Yeah, and so Brooklyn supply has been basically been following the macro overall general trends of supply on a seasonal basis. It's been sort of rolling over here as you would expect supply to be rolling over here. The difference between this year and previous years is the supply to begin with was a lot lower. So supply is getting a little tighter here, Noah.
Yeah, seasonal tightening. I mean, there's no macro acceleration in supply. There's no mass liquidation of sellers just in panic mode trying to get out. It's just not what the data shows, and we're seeing supply go down, which is not what a lot of other markets are doing, but it is going on in Brooklyn. Let's go on to Brooklyn demand. Pending sales 1,968. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, that's up about 0.5% on the week. And so you compare this to what's happening in supply. So while supply is sort of following those seasonal trends almost to a T, that is not the same as what's happening in pending sales. I mean, last year they were up a little bit higher. Same thing in 2020. You're already seeing some of the rising action. Not so this year. In fact, the pending sales number has been relatively tame this year. It's been kind of a lackluster pending sales season.
Yeah, definitely lackluster in this macro shift. And, you take that tick up in pending sales, you take that tick down in supply. You look at the market pulse, Johnny, and, I don't, if I'm a buyer in Brooklyn, are you noticing that there's a leverage going away from you a little bit? I mean, that's what the data shows right over here. It kind of shows that we stopped falling, we bottomed, and it looks like it's coming up just a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that's going to go and go right to seller's market territory again. But it is interesting in and of itself that it's showing this recovery off of the bottom. And let's go to the weeklies and see if there's any clues there, Johnny. I'm looking at Brooklyn supply, 185 things. That's that tick down. Show me that chart.
Yeah, and this is the time of year, between say mid-November to say mid-February, the market gets a little squirrely. And this is one of the reasons why is, weekly new listings are down by 6%. So we're starting to fall, and this is in line. Again, supply has been in line with global macro seasonal trends, basically. So we're down, and we're going to basically on a weekly level, you can expect that number to kind of keep decreasing really until the new year.
Yeah, and you nailed it a couple of weeks ago when you said we were at that peak listing period, and we're probably going to see that decrease from here on out. And you got Thanksgiving coming up, and then you got the December holidays coming up thereafter, and everything just kind of slows down until about February. So this is the cycle down that we're talking about. You're in it. You are in it. So let's see where it plays out. You're looking at contract signed in Brooklyn. That's our measure of demand, up just a tick. 150 deals signed. Johnny, show me that chart.
Right. So we're still at 150. I mean, we're up nearly 6% on the week. Yeah, but compared to last week, the week before, those are up notably in terms of percentage numbers. So this is the third week in a row it's been up. But you look at this chart, I mean, it's clearly well below where it's been for the last couple of years. And that I think is really, from the buy side and the supply side, that's what everyone's focused on right now is the lack really of constant contract signed that had been for the last couple of years. And so, it's certainly noticeable, and we're going to expect another couple of weeks of numbers in and around this level. But after that, you can expect to kind of fall off if it's going to be following seasonal trends. And that's when things, like I said, a few minutes ago, are going to get a little squirrely.
Yeah. If you have to sell and you're going into that seasonal slowness, it might get a little squirrely for you. I like to think, are we in active decline? Are we kind of stabilizing in this range bound mode? Are we in active receleration? It's very possible, Johnny, that we just stay at this new range bound level for a little while, and it's just kind of up, up. Maybe it's a little below historical trend, but it's up month to month here and there as the seasonal strength comes and goes. But one thing that I think in Brooklyn that they do have going for them in their favor, and that is that rental market. We talked about the rental market in Manhattan on Friday. I'm looking at the rental market dynamics in Brooklyn right now, and I'm just to say what's the first thing that pops into mind when looking at this chart is that where is the price decline? Yeah. Like where is that fall? I mean, we're off the highs, but barely.
Right. I mean, look, you play the game. Like one of these figures is doing its own thing, right? Well, new listings is down, leased is down, but honestly, that rent is staying suspiciously high. So again, we're starting the slow season in the rentals. It's still early. Yeah. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen, but if you look back at what happened in 2021, granted, it's a totally different market. They really didn't budge, and they ticked up. And now here we're facing a similar situation, which the number of units coming on the market are decreasing. even though lease is
Yeah.
decreasing, and we're not seeing those prices in, as you like to say, active decline here.
Yeah, just the facts. Yeah, right. The activity's decreasing. The prices are very minor. And you know what? If there's a decline going on, it's probably going to be in that net effective, in that OP, in that concession market that we can't capture by looking at the last asking rents and what that trend is right over there. So we'll keep an eye on this. We'll talk to some people. Maybe we'll get a couple podcasts on this. We'll see what's going on, boots on the ground. That will be in our content. But anyway, John Walkup, thank you for pulling up all this data. I know everyone is very appreciative to see the weekly trends that you have to offer. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We are both from UrbanDigs. Don't forget, you guys got questions, we got answers. Just visit our forum right over here. If you want any of the charts that John whipped up, it's going to be right over here in just a few moments. Other than that, this has been your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update, and we'll catch you next time.